family is mourning after a St. Paul father was killed by a drunk driver. It happened just before 11 last night. 31-year-old Michael Becker was driving north on Highway 65 in Isanti County. Another driver veered into his lane and hit him head-on. John Lauritsen talked with Becker's family about how they're dealing with the tragic news.
He was always here for us. He was very protective.
It's one of many ways Ashley Becker will remember her brother Michael. The father of three was visiting his daughter in Mora when he was hit head-on by a drunk driver.
A head-on crash, the challenge is the impact speeds can be so high that the potential for fatal injuries is very high.
The State Patrol says Michael wasn't wearing a seatbelt, but the accident wasn't his fault. During the crash, his car was also rear-ended by a vehicle that was traveling behind him, but the two women in that car had non-life-threatening injuries.
Cars, motorcycles, plumbing. He could build things. He was a very all-around handyman. And he was always good to old ladies. He'd go help them for cookies.
When he was younger, Michael's family says he overcame a life-threatening health condition and was a Make-A-Wish recipient.
Got his life together and, loved his three kids and his family and his sisters.
And that's what makes this tragedy even harder. Michael's family had celebrated all he had overcome in life. Now they're mourning his loss.
You don't get a chance to have those good conversations or reiterate how much you love him. Or how much you appreciate everything he's done for you.
The State Patrol says the 53-year-old Mora man who hit Michael had been drinking. He was also killed in the crash. Investigators are still working to notify his family, Amelia.
And John, does State Patrol say how fast that driver was going, the guy who hit Michael's car?
They're still looking into that. It's still being investigated, but they believe it was at least 55 miles an hour. That's the speed limit on that stretch of Highway 65, so they're calling it a high-impact crash.
All right. Thank you, John.